So God tells me to look at the Sūrah 75 or Qiyāmah, the resurrection, and I don't know why. The only thing I've seen so far in the text is something about putting two fingers together, the tips of his fingers, and I think that me and Santa Claus have a telepathic connection, and it's not a coincidence that I picked this chapter, because I haven't read the Quran at all. I'm just how to say in English, doing with my fingers on the book, through all the pages, and then I feel in my heart, and then I just choose to open up the book where I feel there will be an answer to all our questions about why me and Sander is not together yet, and what is holding Sander back. So it's a Sūrah, and we use Danish as the key to unlock the lock to the truth. So it's still about that someone is mad at Sander. They are mad at him. Ra means good-hearted, a very nice and good-hearted person. And Sur means to be mad. 7 signifies the woman, 5 signifies me, myself. So, Qiyāmah, Al means everything. Chi means to not be able to say something, hide the truth, not telling something, and what is not being said, ma. Sander is not saying yes, or alchi, everything, everybody is not speaking out the truth for some kind of reason, maybe because they're scared. So people that don't dare to speak the truth is traitors, because we need to speak up against this evil company called New World Order. Al, Chi, Ya, and Ya is saying yes. Saying yes. Everybody is not speaking up about Qiyāmah, that someone has to say yes to Ma, and who is Ma, who is Me, who is the black sheep, who is Mette, who is Ma, that is me, Anne Marie. So Mama Oracle Queen, Ma, and spelled backwards, it means in Danish him. Him, they're not speaking about him, Archie, they're not speaking about him saying yes to black sheep. Yeah. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, I do call to witness the resurrection day, and I do call to witness the self-reproaching spirit, Ashkuru evil. Does man think that we cannot assemble his bones? I don't know the word assemble. Nay, we are able to put together in perfect order the very tips of his fingers. And I think Santa Claus, Niels Moynt, Niels Lundum Lauritsen, Søren Lundum Jensen, I think he wants to tell me, because he has put a picture on the internet showing me 2 fingers on his photo of himself, his face. But there were many hidden signs in that picture. He tries to tell me a lot of things through that picture. So there are 2 fingertips together, and here it also talks about put together in perfect order the very tips of his fingers. I think that Sander wants me to read this chapter of the Quran. Nay, we are able to put in perfect order the very tips of his finger. Does man think that we cannot assemble his bones? So his bones will assemble if they are able to put in perfect order the very tips of his fingers. So maybe Sander is saying that we can resurrect the resurrection. All of us can resurrect if his finger, because it's his finger and mine finger together on that picture. It's not 2 of his own fingers. It is my finger and his finger. A woman, a finger of a woman, and a finger of a man. But the finger of the man on the picture is like rotten. Maybe because he feels rotten. He feels that he has not treated his oracle mama fair. He hasn't been fair in love. He has been scared all this time. For some kind of reason, he has been afraid of saying yes to Raga Mama. And yeah, so we read more of this text. I read this for the first time. I was just told by Upayuki to read this particular chapter to receive answers, and I don't know yet what is the answers. So now I read. But man wishes to do wrong, even in the time in front of him. He questions, when is the day of resurrection? At length, when the sight is dazed, and the moon is buried in darkness, and the sun and moon are joined together. That day will man say, where is the refuge? By no means no place of safety. Before thy Lord alone, that day will be the place of rest. That day will man be told all that he put forward, and all that he put back. Nay, man will be evidence against himself, even though he were to put up his excuses. Move not thy tongue concerning the Quran to make haste therewith. It is for us to collect it and to promulgate it. I don't know the word promulgate. But when we have promulgated it, follow thou its recital as promulgated. Nay, more, it is for us to explain it and make it clear. Nay, ye men, but ye love the fleeting life, and leave alone the hereafter. Some faces that day will beam in brightness and beauty, looking towards their Lord. And some faces that day will be sad and dismal, and the thought that some back-breaking calamity was about to be inflicted on them. Yeah, when the soul reaches to the collarbone in its exit, and there will be a cry, who is a magician to restore him? Magician. Who is a magician to restore him? Magician. And he will conclude that it was the time of parting, and one leg will be joined with another. That day the drive will be all to thy Lord. Section 2. So he gave nothing in charity, nor did he pray. But on the contrary, he rejected the truth and turned away. Then did he stalk to his family in full conceit. Woe to thee, O man, yea, woe. Again, woe to thee, O man, yea, woe. Does man think that he will be left uncontrolled, without purpose? Was he not a drop of sperm, emitted in lovely form? Then did he become a leech-like cloth. Then did Allah make and fashion him in due to proportion, and of him he made two sexes, male and female. Has not he the same, the power to give life to the dead? To the dead, not to the deaf, to the dead. Has not he the same, the power to give life to the dead? There are too many words that I don't really understand, English words. But they're talking about, was he not a drop of sperm emitted in lovely, lowly form? A lot of words is talking to me, saying that this has some kind of connection to Sanda, the relationship between me and Sanda, and you know, he wanted me, when he put those fingers on his picture, for sure he wanted me to look this chapter up for some answers. It's talking about Resurrection Day. Resurrection Day was the day that Jesus resurrected from being dead to becoming alive. So what Sander is trying to tell me through the picture is that he is in a process of becoming alive. He might have felt like that rotten finger, and now he is going through a healing process that will finally cure him and make him resurrect and become alive again. Does man think that we cannot assemble his bones? Nay, we are able to put together in perfect order the very tips of his fingers. But man wishes to do wrong even in the time in front of him. So, man, that is you and me, we think, someone is asking here if we think that we can resurrect Sander, and we do. It is his fingers that we can put in perfect order. Maybe this means that if Sander and I get married with a ring on our fingers, then we become one in flesh and blood, in spirit and flesh and blood, and there will be perfect order in the world if those two fingers are put together. Because it's kind of weird expression, this expression. Nay, we are able to put together in perfect order the very tips of his fingers. I've never heard such an expression before. But man wishes to do wrong even in the time in front of him. And man is, all people, wishes to do wrong. But this is just an evil prediction, because the Quran is evil and full of evil predictions. He questions, when is the day of resurrection? And who is he who questions? That is man, that is common people, mainstream culture, the everyday man and everyday woman in society. That is all the people living in the cities who have a hard time recognizing God, accepting God's rules. The city people who are rebellious against God and don't follow God, the rules of God. So he questions, when is the day of resurrection? When will we become alive again? At length, when the sight is dazed, and the moon is buried in darkness. So this is a very evil prediction. It says that we cannot have the resurrection of Sander before the moon is buried in darkness. And it's actually the opposite, that Sander becomes alive again if the moon starts to shine. The moon goddess, Inanna, the moon goddess, the women, the spirit of the common cosmic spirit of the women, the moon. If they become enlightened again with Kundalini power in society and work in all key positions and become that shining light again in a matriarchy, then Sander will be cured. So they are lying in this Quran. They say that we cannot have any resurrection which not only signifies the resurrection of Sander, but resurrection in all of us, that we have been living like living dead people, a rotten life, like that rotten finger of Sander on Sander's picture. So, and the sun and moon are joined together. It sounds like they want the sun to melt with the moon and become one big sun. Yeah, that will never happen. The sun is the sun and the moon is the moon. And yes, they just have to shine equally bright, but maybe it signifies that they're going to marry with each other. The sun and moon are joined together. That day will man say, where is the refuge? By no means no place of safety. So this is about speaking the truth, right? About Qiyāmah, Sūrah Qiyāmah. So those people who are not speaking the truth about that yes to their Uragamama, that engagement to the Uragamama. They're not speaking about it because they are mad. They are Sūrah, they are mad at Santa Claus, maybe jealous at Santa Claus, and they doesn't want to help him marrying his true love, because then Santa gets the authority to rule together with Mama Oracle Queen, and the people who are Sur at their Santa, they don't want that to happen because they want the satanistic, pedophile, New World Order regime to rule. Before thy Lord alone, that day will be the place of rest. So they say that there's no place of safety if you speak out the truth about Sander and Uragomama's relationship, that they are to marry and become the lawmakers of the world. Be for thy Lord alone, that they will be the place of rest. But they say that there's no refuge, no place of safety. Before thy Lord alone, that they will be the place of rest. I don't understand that sentence. That day will man be told all that he put forward and all that he put back. Nay, man will be evidence against himself, even though he were to put up his excuses. Yeah, it's just a lot of weird predictions and evil predictions. If they have written something about everybody woke up and they did help Sander, and but there are so many hidden voodoo language in this text, playing with your subconsciousness and trying to make you afraid and control you with fear. Move not thy tongue concerning the Quran to make haste therewith. So yeah, don't make a haste. We are in a haste. We are to be in a haste to wake everybody up as quickly as possible. But of course this is saying, move not thy tongue concerning the Quran to make haste therewith. Don't speak of the Quran. I told you in the other sound video, that Kur means flirting on a deep level, that you want to marry something, then you Kur. So Quran, to flirt, want to have deep feelings for Anne and wanting to marry Anne. That Quran means that. So move not thy tongue concerning the Quran to make haste therewith. It is for us to collect it and to promulgate it. So yeah, maybe promulgate means it is for them to collect it and promulgate it. I have to look up that word. I don't know if I can look it up while I'm recording. Promulgate. They want to control all this situation. They don't really want Sander to get married to his true love, the Oracle Mama. So promulgate means, yeah, okay, I understand the word now. So they want to promulgate their truth about Sander and Oracle Mama and the whole situation, and they do that through television. They're manipulating with your mind in television in order to separate Sander and the Oracle Mama. So in television they tell you all kinds of nonsense in order to control you with fear, and that's how they promulgate. So nobody should talk about that Sander loves his oracle queen, Mama Queen, and they use television to promulgate it. It is not for you to be concerned about that and to make haste therewith. Nay, more, it is for us to explain it and make it clear. Nay, ye men, but ye love the fleeting life, and leave alone the hereafter. Some faces that day will beam in brightness and beauty, looking towards their Lord, and some faces that day will be sad and dismal. So maybe they're talking about the true believers of Sander and Oracle Mama and the people who don't want the resurrection, and that is to say the world elite, new world order, the satanist elite of evil controllers. They will be sad if the resurrection actually succeed. In the thought that some back-breaking calamity was about to be inflicted on them. Calamity, I look up that word. Calamity. No translation. Calamity. An event causing great and often sudden damage or distress, a disaster. Okay, so it says, he gave nothing in disaster, nor did he pray. But on the contrary, he rejected truth and turned away. So this is just an evil prediction of that. They wish that people would not wake up to the truth and that they will reject the truth and that a calamity will happen. And the calamity is the COVID-19. That is the event causing great and sudden damage and distress. That is the disaster these days. But you should know it's a fake disaster, and every information on the internet and on the television about the COVID-19 corona is pure lies. All of it. You cannot trust any of those informations at all. So he gave nothing in charity, nor did he pray, but on the contrary, he rejected truth and turned away. Yeah. Then he did his talk to his family in full conceit. Woe to thee, O man, yea, woe again, woe to thee, O man, yea, woe. Does man think that he will be left uncontrolled without purpose? Does man think that he will be left uncontrolled without purpose? So this is about the evil controllers. They want to control people. And yeah, was he not a drop of sperm emitted in lovely form? So they're talking now about his sperm, because that Oracle Mama is getting old, and if he does not marry her in this period of time. She might not be able to have a child with him. And it's very important for those two people to have a child, because if they have a child, it will be the new Jesus, an unspoiled soul that they can raise in the spirit of the holy Christ consciousness, the holy Öki, the Almighty. They can give that child the right kind of education, spiritual education, and he can become an oracle in the future, the ruling oracle. And they don't want that to happen. They don't want, the people who have written this Quran, they don't want Santa and Oracle Mama Queen together, because that kind of power would make peace on us, and these people do not believe in peace. They believe in chaos, and they believe in destruction, and they believe in all kinds of evil stuff. They believe in the devil, and they're devil worshippers. The world elite is devil worshippers. I don't have to say more about this chapter. So now I have found out why there was these two fingers on the picture, Sandra's picture on the internet. He's trying to tell me as many messages as possible with very few He's trying to say a lot with those two fingers, and not only few things. For sure, he is also referring to this chapter in the Quran, and I think that it makes him happy that I have found out about this chapter. And now I know a little more about what's going on. Santa might be very afraid, and they may have threatened him not to choose his Oracle Mama. So something is for sure going on these days. He's very, very, very afraid. He might be in some kind of bad situation at the moment. So he is waiting for the Oracle Mama to refuge. Where is the refuge? This text says, and they say by no means no place of safety. So there will be no safety for Sander to marry his Oracle Mama before Oracle Mama Anne-Marie Galikivikivi has moved out of Denmark, the mark of the beast, and out of Denmark to Africa and Tanzania, because Tanzania is the answer for Nils and Anne-Marie. That is why it's called Tanzania. So we will meet in Tanzania, the Nils Moend, Sander, and Oracle Mama Galikivikivi, and I will move to Tanzania, and I will expect to meet Santa in Tanzania. He will find me there for sure. And when we are together, we will very quickly heal the world, because the world is a holography. So if two real and true soul males come together, if your Raga Mama and Sanda comes together, everybody will be healed very, very quickly because it's a holography. That's just how it works. Please trust me. Please believe in my words because I speak the truth and nothing but the truth. And I get these intuitive messages from Upra Uki, the Almighty, and His angels. So it's time for you to wake up, and it's time for you to be Nelson Moinda and Nelson Kvina, the helpers of center, and you have to be quiet about your religion, your Tirukavka religion. You have to try to get as many members for the Tirukavka religion as possible, but without showing the whole world that is what you're doing. You have to be careful because that is my new message to you, because you have been so afraid for such a long time, and I cannot wake you up to the truth that to be afraid is the opposite of love. So now we just try if we can wake people up in a quiet manner. I don't know how you will do it because that is not my tactique. My tactique is to shout out loud everywhere on the street, and on the internet and everywhere. But now I'm asking for your help. If Sandra and me is going to rule the world, which would be the best thing ever to happen, then we have to make you into Nelson Moinder or Nelson Queen. Then you have to surrender to our religion, and you have to do a great effort to convince other people that Sander and Raga Mama should be the rulers of this world. Peace be upon you. Be love. Choose love and not fear. I love myself. I love my people. I love my Sander. I love Elosam, my firstborn child. Namaste.